So I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is very quickly becoming my favorite AI only of all time. So hopefully that didn't jinx it, but it's kind of unfortunate because, I think naturally, everyone loves the first 60 plus Civ battle because I had everybody involved. But I figured this one was going to be just more interesting. Like I said, there's a big problem with an AI only world campaign when everybody is playing it, and that is that the civs in North and South America, once they beat the other, 8 or 7 civs, they end up winning the game. And for someone from Europe, even for someone from Africa, it's never that easy, because they always have another civ. No matter how big they get, they always have another civ to be threatened by, from the Middle East or in Asia, wherever it is. So I figured it was going to be more balanced, a little bit more entertaining. But obviously, the last one is going to be more popular because, you just get more people involved. Having America involved is a big reason why those series usually tend to be a little bit more popular. But like I said, it's just unfortunate because this is such a way more balanced campaign, way more exciting, way more interesting. There's constantly other things, new things to look at. A bunch of people pieced out with Prussia, and the Austrian-Swedish war has finally come to a close. And Austria ended up really not taking that much damage. I think, if anything, Sweden took more of the damage because they lost more units. So that is big. Again, my favorite, and I've said it before in the past, my favorite AI only of all time has been more than likely, the second European modded map that I did. I only played with like 35 civs, but it was just so interesting. It's really, really interesting. Not the first time I played on the Europe map. It was definitely the second time. And then I returned to a Europe map, but I played with teams. Teams just wasn't that interesting to me. And I'm so glad I discovered the 60 plus civ mod because it really made things interesting again. I didn't really like the teams. I want to go back to that at some point and play with teams on, but we really just didn't experiment with it enough to really figure out how we can get the AI to be super aggressive and not snowball and not be boring. Because that's one of the problems too, is sometimes they're either really boring or they just snowball and they just win really early. So that's kind of a balancing issue with teams. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Anyways, hey, Portugal's starting to move this settler again. Well, for the first time in like videos upon videos, probably like 10 videos. And he's actually he's deep sea sailing. So maybe that's what Portugal is waiting for. Maybe they're like, I'm going to hold on to this guy, get deep sea sailing, and then have him travel across the Atlantic. We have, the Pope is not going for the New World. He is going for something else. Imagine him go for Australia. The Pope really loves Australia. What can I say? Maybe that's what he wants. This Ashanti settler has not moved. But the Ashanti already have another settler moving closer for, let's see, where is he? He did grab this island. So I think we're going to see the Congo start to participate a little bit. Oh, look at that. The Congo totally skipped over this Persian city. The Persians in the Congo are at war. The Goths in Hungary. Ooh, is that going to be interesting? Yes, it is. All right. That's an interesting war. A very smart move for the Goths to try. They're going to lose a lot of units, just like they lost a lot of units in the Gothic-Polish War. But ultimately, this is going to really pay off for them if they can take Budapest here. Because they absolutely need this. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That's going to be a really fun war to watch out for. Yeah, I don't know what the Congo are doing. They decided, yeah, you know what, you can have this city, but I want this city. I want to go to the Persian Gulf, where there's tons of ships, and try to fight you there. It's a manly move. Maybe they're trying to flex their muscles. I don't know. Congo trying to be all tough. This is interesting. This Congolese settler engaging this Persian pikeman that's embarked. So we might see that happen a little bit more often with some of the Persian settlers that are out this way. The Congo did. They're the first to settle Australia. All right. And here goes Japan. Japan was only a few turns behind. We've got the Shanu moving down here towards Papua New Guinea. Or New Guinea, I'm told to say it as. Where are you going, Persia? No idea where you're going. Okay, so now that the Siamese have eliminated China, and I don't think I made that comment, China's now gone. China's dead. They're gone, dead. Goodbye. Mongolia was a settler too. Now Siam can set their focuses back on Tibet, even though it's going to be, like I said, it's not even worth it, to be honest. What Siam needs to do, they need to take out the Champa. That would be huge. Take out the Champa, get yourself another coastal city, and then Siam needs to figure out a way to the New World. And it seems like he's, expressing interest in that a little bit. He's got caravels out there. He's discovering the coast. But, he needs to do more of that. Yeah, he needs to do a lot more. Is there anything else that we see out this way? Nope, nothing else. Any more settlers across the Atlantic? No, the Shanu up here in the snow. I know that Finland is one of the new civs that might begin the colonization game. It's going to be kind of tough to figure out, I don't know. I'd like to know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you guys think that the New World is going to be completely colonized? Maybe not completely, because I think it's safe to say at turn 250, it probably won't be colonized. But by turn 500, do you think there will be more tiles colonized than uncolonized in both North and South America? It's very safe to say that will be the case in Australia, because we've already seen that happen before. We've already seen how much a lot of these civs... I think part of it is because there's just so many more civs that have access to Australia. Everyone that lines the Indian Ocean and the Eastern Asian coast has access to Australia. Not everybody has access to North and South America, so that's going to be the big difference maker here. The Sumer and the Shanu. Okay, again, nothing really big. Good, Tibet and Moria have peaced out. That's good news because... Well, first of all, Moria shouldn't be wasting their time going to war with Tibet because everyone knows Tibet is God. No one can take down the God Civ Tibet. So there's just no point in wasting your time. If I had to store a crack somewhere to keep safe, I'd put it in Tibet. I'm gonna invest my crack in Tibet because that's never gonna get taken. And then watch the Siamese take it. No, it's not gonna happen. Oh, did you take this city? You did through peace deal. So that's the only thing that you can do. Okay, let me make it more specific. I'd put it in the capital of Tibet, even though a lot of this stuff was pillaged. Love the oracle that's been built. I believe that's the oracle at the base of this mountain. Looks so cool. Looks very beautiful. Yeah, some of these, and they actually got something else there too. Is that the Parthenon? Or, geez, I don't know. Not very good at naming the wonders just by looking at them. I could do the pyramids. Actually, I get confused by the pyramids too because there are other things that look somewhat like the Egyptian pyramids. All right, let's see how the Goths are doing. This is really interesting. It's a really interesting war, even though it doesn't have... Oh! I forgot about that. I forgot about the Persian colonies. So Finland is going to have some luck here. How did Persia get these ships over here? Oh, they must have built it. Yeah, obviously they built it, Drew. Still, kind of interesting that they were able to build this many ships or buy them, one or the other. Which I am a strong believer that the AI does use their money to buy units. They don't use their money for anything else. I don't think they buy buildings. But I do believe that in war situations, and only in war situations, they buy units. Because, elsewhere out of that, you'll see so many civs with, 10,000 golds, 15,000 gold, crazy amounts of gold, not using them. Still a bug going on here, which is so weird because we saw that on other maps too. Not even just this large map, but on smaller Earth maps. There's something that attracts the AI here. Who knows? Maybe there's the Fountain of Youth. I don't know. Holy Grail. Did they finally Holy Grail? Is it just off? It would make sense off the coast of Danish Greenmark, the most epic name of all time. Denmark is still alive, so Danish Greenmark could still be a thing. Some point here. All right, let's check along the coast again. Chukchi are going to have a really good time spreading religion to the New World. Obviously, they're going to be invested in more civs reaching the New World, though, if that is the case. But they'll have a very dominant religion. Been meaning to check on the demographics. Let's just go ahead and open it up. I usually like to do this stuff at the beginning of episodes, but let's just pop in a second. Let's see for a second. We've got the Chukchi at #1 with population, then the Shanu, then the Chukchi. Then we've got 3 Congo-dominated categories: GNP, land, and soldiers. Approval doesn't matter, and then the Chukchi. Really divided so far. Again, I think the Shanu. I think this is our top 3, though. And just because the Shanu only win in one category, I'd give them a lot more credit than this demographics is showing. So I would say the Shanu are more than likely, I think, second place, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I would say Chukchi. I'd say Chukchi, the Congo, and the Shanu in that order at the moment. But that will definitely change. And another one that I think I want to continue to bring attention to are the Huns. We have not talked about the Huns because we're not used to seeing Attila this passive, but he will get aggressive. Trust me, he's going to go crazy soon. The only reason why I don't think he's going crazy right now is he's had access to other lands to colonize. Russia is about to go nuts. They've got 4 settlers moving up this way. Russia does not know about the New World, but they might be just going for snow tiles, or for, I guess snow tiles, tundra tiles up north. Or maybe they're just going to spread those settlers out, go explore, figure something out, and go for it. Okay, so I still have not checked on the Gothic-Hungarian War. Hungary down to about 5 units. About 5 units, 3 of those being melee, 2 of those being ranged. We'll see if Austria decides to join in. Austria doesn't have the best of relations with Hungary. Doesn't seem like, at least. Not without open borders. If there was an open borders agreement, then maybe, but I don't think they've got the best relationship at the moment. Indonesia has denounced the Boers. I completely forgot the Boers were still alive. Sorry, Boers. I totally forgot there. And the Nigerian Ashanti conflict's starting to come to a close. Oh, good. The Pope and Babylon looks like they're going for maybe Argentina. Modern day Argentina, possibly. Which would be pretty cool. Very disappointed, by the way, in the British. I know that they're involved in a big war with the French, but they stopped colonizing. Like, what are you doing that for? Look at that, Norway. Norway's figuring it out. I think Norway's gonna send over settlers soon, and they're almost always gonna have access to the New World. They're in a pretty good spot. Well, actually, they're gonna have to build it in this city. No, they're good. Travel across all these hills. It'll take them forever, but they'll get there eventually. But yeah, by turn 500, it's gonna be close. I think we're not gonna see that much again. The same thing with colonization of the New World. It's going to snowball. So right now, it feels like it's just like chugging along. Just doof, doof, it's just putting slowly. Boop, 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 boop. And eventually, I think by turn 350, especially by turn 400, when these cities have become more established in their respective locations, when they're, pumping out a lot more population, they'll be throwing out settlers left and right, and they won't have to travel across the oceans. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially on Immortal. And it might be interesting. I definitely want to revisit this scenario. The way it's turning out, it's so interesting to me. But maybe on Deity, again, a little bit afraid of Deity, though, because the Deity is just insane at how much Civs snowball. But we'll see. That we're still pretty deep in this campaign. I don't think we see an end anytime soon. Although I will be skipping more turns over the break to make it a little bit more interesting. I feel like we're running pretty fast, knock on wood. I don't think we see many performance issues until about turn 300 from the last campaign that we did. We'll see. And the Congo, I don't know what they're doing. This was a terrible, terrible mistake. They tried to attack Persia through the Persian Gulf, and obviously Persia was ready for them. And, okay, well, they've got reinforcements coming, and maybe they're going to be smart enough to attack this Persian city now. I don't know. We'll see. How's Moria doing? Moria with those 2 settlers. Are they going for Australia? Yeah, so the Shanu went for New Guinea. There are 2 Persian... Yeah, so this guy, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's going for Siberia or what. Or Alaska. Who knows? Maybe this one. This one looks like it's going to be more for the Philippines. And that's going to make the Siamese mad, which will be interesting to see a Siamese-Persian war at some point. Indonesia also, needless to say, big disappointment so far. Really just haven't been able to get off the ground and begin to colonize. Which it would have been interesting to see an Indonesian Siamese naval warfare. But we'll see that out of somebody else. All right, let's check on the Goths again since their turn is processing here. And most of the other European conflicts are over. The only interesting conflicts that are going on right now are between the Congo and Persia. Maybe Finland taking over this Persian city. They're having a tough time though. They'll get there. They will get there. There's Siam versus Tibet. That's not going to go so well for them, I don't think. And then there's obviously the Ashanti and Nigeria going on still in the subcontinent of India, subcontinent, the sub-Saharan African location. All right, so this is where things are going to become a bigger issue because we've got 2 tiles that they can move into, as well as you're moving pikemen in on Hungarian musketmen. So yeah, Goths, probably not the best of ideas. You've got these mountains that are protecting Budapest from the north, and all these hill tiles. That hurts. Might have been better if they waited for the artillery. They didn't even move their melee units. So this is going to be a long, grueling war, and we could see Austria do the same thing that Austria did to Poland during the Gothic Polish War. As Austria came in from the other side and swooped up a city. So I think it's likely that we see that same thing happen if Hungary loses enough units here. It's going to be kind of up in the air, though. The Pope looking stronger and stronger, more than ever, with units all along the Adriatic Sea, obviously protecting their Italian peninsula. How's France doing? France is, oh, they've got open borders with the Vandals, so they're in an okay relationship with the Vandals, which is obviously huge to be able to reinforce this city. The French are lucky right now that the Ashanti are distracted by Nigeria, but that won't be for long. The Ashanti seem like they're the power that's growing out of Western Africa, at least. Obviously nowhere near the stage that they were with the Congo and Ethiopia in the last campaign. Brandenburg Gate by Austria. Austria she loves wonders this campaign. I think she has a higher flavor to build wonders. She's been building a lot, though. France and Sweden. Have we seen any more? France and Sweden. I totally forgot that France and Sweden were at war. So France has a good relationship with Austria, then that's why he has open borders. They wanted that help. They wanted help. So yeah, I think this Persian settler got locked down, which is kind of funny. So he's not going to be able to settle. Here, the Congo. We still don't know what Moria's doing. We don't know what's going on there. Any other notifications? I think it looks like they're going for the island instead. Yeah, and we've got Japanese ships, I think, coming to reinforce this city. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Ooh, Persia, Japan is actually very big. Since Persia decides they want to be a part of the South Pacific, that's going to be interesting. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.